That's what I'm asking. How did Mikuro win from that position? I can't imagine it. For example, even if you say that you are seriously listening to university or something for 5 months, even the tackle is hard?
If the Labo player loses, I believe it will be due to mental anxiety. Don't you think so, Yappa Kochi?
The medicine is...
It seems that the anxiety of pulling out also comes like this.
If you do it right. What kind of thoughts did the two of you have before stepping into the ring?
When you're having such an extraordinary experience and wrestling is being forced upon you.
I knew it was coming and I was scared.
I feel motivated to tackle lightweight tasks, but can't shake the feeling that I'm unable to. When I see the actual match part, I wonder how I should do it, and I feel like I want to stand in the ring again.
Thing.
Surely that's also there.
You have this.
The results should be decided in about 15 minutes.
Oh!
It feels like I'm about to go crazy, doesn't it?
That's right. What surprised me the most was that Edo Haraking and Reikun had been in the same direction since long ago.
That's how it seems, isn't it? I was rolling around in the classroom, doing this to myself. When I finished, I started seeing it from a different perspective, so I thought others would too. If you're going to do it, just do it. Nonsense.
Final.
How did it end up? Welcome to the Haruto character. Today's special guests are players Nakamura Rion and Yurei. We look forward to your cooperation.
Please take care of me.
In this video, we would like to talk about the rematch of Hiramoto Ren and Asakura Mikuru, looking back at the big day of RIZIN. The latter half is more focused on the Zwan side, so everyone, please check it out. I'm saying various things like being smiled at, but I say it every time, so I'll say it every time. Please check the description box for the second half. Thank you in advance.
Please.
I request a rematch.
It has been decided.
Are you surprised?
Did you see someone at first glance thinking that they are making a collage? It's really like that.
I'll think about it later, but can you get on this rematch? I have the impression that Hiramoto will win normally again. You know, the discussion of winning or losing isn't that far. Is the match not worth watching? I feel that way, but do you think it's interesting?
I didn't find it funny at all. I thought we would cut it at first.
But sometimes it's hard to sell.
That's right, isn't it? As a simple martial arts fan, it's like, wow, isn't it?
That's right, isn't it? The naming, like, the mat is somewhat divine. But as a tension and take, it's a bit unpleasant, isn't it?
I saw a video where Aoki-san and Tenshin were having a dialogue. It seemed a bit unpleasant. Tension seemed unpleasant. That's understandable. Make your creation beautiful the first time. Saying it's over and you miss it is done, and it comes from within yourself.
Yes, how is it? The load undercard is quite heavy, right, Lizen? In that case, it could be quite fun after all.
To make it a great event, I think Tokyo Dome is the venue if you put together numerous cards, so it seems you will put significant effort into the event at Tokyo Dome. In the end, it becomes an event I also watch, right? Do you watch it every time, Riz? I think you're watching it every time, Reikun.
I watch it every time, don't I? Is it interesting? What, I like martial arts, so I like it. I'm watching something already. The entertainment value is...
Yeah, it's amazing. It's just like a live concert, isn't it? The lighting is also exquisite, and the production is interesting.
Fire.
The images are also good, so it's worth watching.
That's right, isn't it?
We should make something. It'll be fun, right?
Yeah, there are many players.
Even if you say something bad, it doesn't matter.
Whatsoever.
Because I will make it.
I thought it would be fine if I went to the venue, even if I saw the match like this.
Scores, right? It's the goodness of Risen, really. From Risen, I want to lightly return it. But before that, I'm doing my open chat. It's a group where mixed martial arts fans gather, where we predict matches, share our thoughts during the match, and share information after the match.
Or self.
Share your views in our group. Today, Ryan and Ray will also be featured on the channel. Just to let you know, we've collected some questions.
Blue. Well, I mean, I came, but...
I want to ask you two something, if that's okay. Can we start now? Are you attracted to Malab's fighting style?
No, not really.
I see.
However, That would be nice, but it's really hard, right? I think it's hard every time, every match, isn't it?
I don't admire that style for myself. It's rather plain.
Well, that's how it is, isn't it? That's how it is, isn't it?
I just want to break through, you know. I'm the type who wants to pursue beauty. I want to pursue things like beauty. I think I want to fight for it passionately.
That's what I believe.
That's also... You're not the extreme type of contrarian, but you're definitely a contrarian, aren't you? It's interesting to see you want to destroy what's been refined, though.
I won't lose.
That's a no.
I mean, it's impossible, isn't it?
It's unthinkable, isn't it? It's amazing. How many kilos do you lift when you do deadlifts, and how many kilos do you run the next day?
Last time for C311, I woke up in the morning and measured my weight at 9 a.m., but I decided to lose water from 6 a.m. for 3 hours, woke up at 6 a.m., measured my weight, and then it was around 26 or so. So I drop it in 3 hours, but the day before I do water loading and the water is quite retained, so I also do a solid cut. I cut about 14 there and cut about 25 on the day, and the total is about 1 gallon. The recovery this time is 6 points.
Kilo or something. 6 points. It's a choice, isn't it?
Dan, you're in the 567 kilo class. But the thing is, I always have to pull back about 62 kilos, so if I can do well there, I can drop about 2 kilos in the pull. It's about 3 kilos, but generally, it's about 4 kilos. But in my case, I wake up in the morning, or rather, I start around midnight or 1 o'clock, and then I bike or something. I'll come properly and do it thoroughly, you know. From night till morning, that's how it is. Once I get in the water and start swimming, I can't think of anything else but to keep going. I need to take a break once in a while, otherwise it's impossible.
There are times when I think so.
So, honestly, I really want more time.
The coverage is...
But even with the recovery, I can eat about 6 kilos myself without getting my stomach upset.
Ordinary.
I feel like it's good to be healed to a normal extent, but it's a lot. It's about 656 kilos, right?
About that much.
Mr. Layer doesn't drop that much, you know.
So,
on the contrary.
That's right. The ingredients are also changed, and there are not a few widths. It's also said to staff like Mita. I'm drinking water at a time when I can't drink water, so the staff got used to seeing it.
Yeah, at first, what are you doing?
He started with, hey, hey.
I've been dropped quite a bit at CP, so there's a lot going on there.
Don't you have various experts? Use them to drop, don't you? Like the staff over there.
Why try in California?
Is the match.
You can use P now. There's no such support, and I'm doing it with a coach in the room.
In a minute.
Lake is the same.
There are various things like electric blankets supplied from various places, but I don't use them much, and I feel like moving like a bike, and I sweat a little at first, and I want to move when I can move, and the rest is half-body bathing. It's a big deal.
It's a message that there are few users of judo-style takedowns. In conclusion, there are not many judo-style takedowns, but I don't see them much because they are rather subdued. I'm thinking, can't we use them? What do you two think?
I think the leg sweep series is really good, don't you? Even if you hang it on the wall, it will end, right?
I
don't use it much, but well, yes, still. I think it's a field where there's still a lot of room for development.
I do things like hanging my feet, and because there are tackles, there's also the fact that it takes time, and so on and so forth. I think it's quite difficult to say that you're going to knock someone down with just the foot techniques of judo. Wrestling tackles cut through in response to getting on top, such as pinning someone down.
So,
I use it quite a bit, but yeah, that's about it. I do think that a judo player would struggle without any judo techniques and just trying to knock down the opponent all the time.
You can use throws and such. Like in judo, you have techniques like uchimata, osotogari, and so on, right?
Since I myself practice judo.
In middle school?
I did it for 3 years and learned various judo techniques, but not that much.
It's hard to use.
There is a sense of justice. I think that because he is honest, wrestling techniques are more effective for takedowns.
Mr. Plush Rakuya is an ex-Japanese boxing champ. What is needed for a Japanese person to become a 100 champion? I'm curious if there is actually a physical difference.
There's no physical difference, really. I thought I felt a physical difference in the last match, but it wasn't really there. I wonder why. I think if you fight with the body you've built every day, you'll end up with the same weight. I wonder why humans don't feel that way.
Ray is the same, right? Probably, I guess.
Really?
But it's mostly the same.
I think it's probably good to have such a thing because I was the one who made it with all my heart. So I think there's a lot of that.
Japanese people tend to overthink things a lot.
Yeah, right.
Because you're a foreigner, you're really strong.
Nami?
タイナそういうのがしまぐりそう。
ですよね。
だからそれがでかすぎてなんかプレッシャーに負けるみたいなのがあるかもしれないです。本当にそういうのなければ全然いけると思うんですよね。
He has especially strong legs. Definitely Japanese style legs and hips.
It may sound bad, but it's thick.
全体的に日本人はじゃあ
日本人が100チャンピオンになるために何が必要ですか TTA?
環境じゃないですかねさえあれば僕はいけると思ってますけ
あと努力ですかね、め。
ちゃちゃ努力し
あと
Kind of like the power to easily control people.
これで最後にしようか。What thoughts do the two fighters have before entering the ring?
この間超不思議な経験をしてワーセリンを埋められている時になんで俺レスリング捨ててきちゃったんだろうと思った。ダメな自分離れてきているここにと思ってました。1回で後から忘れに乗られているあの瞬と思って動画見たらその時ってなっている。I'm sorry. That's not good, is it? How about that? I just want to do it already. There's a lot of noise and attitude, but there's also a calmness, and it's fun. It feels like the mood is well integrated.
That's right. When it's light, I really want to go all out, but I can't. But when I actually do it in a match, it feels like it's not a match anymore.
It's normal to be standing in the ring now.
Like this. I was filming with that feeling, thinking that it was already a match until now. Well, I understand. It's okay, it's already a match.
It makes you feel like you want to bite into it.
I also feel like the result of the match will be decided in about 15 minutes.
Isn't it?
Absolutely.
That's definitely true.
That's really interesting, right? The idea that the results will be in after 15 minutes is quite substantial. It's a big step in life, but it's decided in just 15 minutes.
I spent so much time getting here, but now I'm standing in this place. It's surprisingly quick. It's like, it's too quick. I'm already here. I definitely get that feeling.
I think you'll understand that feeling, don't you?
No, it's already once. Thanks so much to everyone in the chat. Please join from the summary column if you haven't already. It's been a while, so I want to return and shake off the Rizion's outer river. I was worried about Suzuki's sleeping habits, but anyway. I was worried. That's right, isn't it?
That's true for Kubo and Suzuki as well, but they're both solid in the back, and they don't let up on the mound either. The hamburger is amazing. In terms of the game, it's frustrating to be in such a half-hearted position. So, if I use this area well, my level will increase dramatically.
まあ、
アクシーのいだなみたいな。
最後も多かったし。
てい
場面も見せてたけど。Next is about with Daoto Peku, right? Suzuki player, you can win against Daoto Peku, right?
No, that's not right. I see. No, I'm winning. Isn't it a victory of impact, isn't it? In the first round, player Suzuki leaves a strong impression by choosing rock, resulting in a draw.
Rock.
Even with a rock or something, there are quite a few one-round finishes, aren't there many two-round finishes? And when you win by striking in the third round or something, do you think the doubt back is strong or something? It's an interesting match, face.
It's a white match. I have the impression that either one will be done quite quickly. Beck had no doubt at all in the south, right?
Not at all.
Even if he uses an overhand to the left straight and knocks out Suzuki, I wouldn't find it strange.
Not at all.
Not strange. I think sure.
It seems I can knock out both sides.
Bell.
Would player?
No.
It's probably left. Win in Randa.
Possible.
The probability is high, isn't it?
Is that so? From the defense battle shift.
It's a hit, isn't it?
It's a match, isn't it? There's no other way but to shake hands, right? None?
No, it's not. Kakuramafu, Kakuramafu. Surely it's not easy to win 2 titles in a row, right? Sure.
Sure.
Become a shadow life, but is it a shadow life? Right, Fu. It's a bit too strong, isn't it? Now,
I think so at this point, though. How about doing a climb? Will it become a game? I'm really looking forward to it, but is it difficult to decide from below the climb? I think it's difficult. There's a bit of a power difference, and I think it's difficult, but well, I think it's difficult.
If Shadeleaf also said that the climb player can decide, what would it be like? Decide with power. But there's no chance, right?
or something. You can't hit it from above, right? That's also difficult.
If we try to go with a strong pound, our legs will probably be effective this time.
Sometimes it hurts. It's a surprisingly fun match, isn't it?
But the most likely scenario is that the one with the best wrestling skills will win, right?
I definitely want to ask this to Rin-san. Isn't Sarah-chan in the Shaidaraifu Hisabo match? At ringside, there was a real distance of about a corner man at ringside. I think I was supporting a bit settled in the first round, but from the second round, if the player fought in the center of the ring, shouting all the way to the center of the ring.
I walked.
To put it simply, I think it's just a second evil, normally.
It's player Kubo.
It's more annoying than the second voice, isn't it? If I tweeted that, a torrent of hate would have exploded towards me.
That's how it is, isn't it?
The players are saying it's good, so it must be good, right?
I
think it's rude to the team that has worked hard to come up with this strategy, isn't it? I mean, what do you think? I think it's just normal, not malicious or anything.
Is that the nearby P seat? What are they doing there? That's a salad, isn't it? It might be better to pay attention to the staff first.
Probably. I think it was noticed. But I'm just a regular customer.
I can't do it.
Is that not the case?
I just thought that it would be absolutely different because she is his girlfriend. I thought to myself, isn't that act somehow supporting Kubo, the player?
Right. But there's also a chance that you might come in second, isn't there? When I think about coming in second, it feels like a letdown, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So you won't say bring your girlfriend next time, correct?
I won't say don't bring her, but I'll be quiet for a bit.
Looks like it's going to be tough, huh?
What do you think? What's your opinion? If you were doing that in the audience seats, it would normally be confusing. If it was normal, it would be a problem.
Put in the second one, put in the second one. That's what it becomes, yeah.
The person watching. It won't work if all the members stand up and do it that way.
Yeah, doing such a thing.
Even if you say that only that person is allowed, if you put in a second, it's not good to step on. Even in the second, it's not good. It's not normal. It's not good if it's normal, isn't it? 100 if it's 100.
Such a thing is...
So it's a bit funny to allow that and do it half-heartedly, and it's a bit like that, so it's better to do it properly. That's around...
I think it's very interesting as entertainment.
Ra still seems to exist, right?
Let go.
I'm just leaving it there, probably.
Isn't it that player Hisabu is also working hard to reach the top? Everyone is watching that as entertainment, but it's a bit unpleasant, isn't it?
For example, the wife of player Kumaguchi.
If she did that, wouldn't everyone get angry?
Right, that...
Because he is a professional player, everyone respects him as a fighter.
That is...
But I can't allow that. If it was Kubo, it would be fine. So it's a bit of a joke watching Kubo play.
Quite dislike it.
No.
るほど.
So, overall, where was Kubo player? The Team Brave Gym was very annoying to the team.
Isn't it? Feeling?
Just holding that kind of feeling.
I just ignited. Surprisingly, I'm a fan of Sarah-san.
Even though there were many difficult terms, it was fun. If everyone tasted Sarah's cooking, everyone would say, I've met her.
Use of.
It's really interesting that the people who are doing it and the people who are saying it are different. I'm sorry, what should I do next? I think the most surprising thing was the 8,000 athletes and the garden athletes.
I was really surprised that day. It was the most surprising moment, and I can't recall anything else. It happened when I was doing something, and it was a bit chilly outside. I saw Niwa Kazushi's entrance at the Super Arena. The same with the mask, the same with the knee taping, and 20. I've had the time to say 20 years, and my son comes in the same way. I ate it. I thought it was beautiful. I thought a little. The match started with that content. This is a star guide, but it's hard to reverse. This is like this. Sure.
In reverse.
It's painful that both.
Surely that level.
To conclusion.
The stronger ones kept coming. It's unbearable.
Rako.
It's gonna be good from now on. How will you win? Now.
Even Yashi player did it later. Fa. When you say to her, that,
What is it?
because I won that, what will I do next?
Isn't it?
I think a rematch would be interesting.
Either way is fine, really.
It's not like that. I have this impression that if we do it, 10 times Yachi would win 9 times. But sometimes that one time happens.
Even if there were 30 seconds left, it wouldn't be 9 out of 10 times anymore. Yes, indeed.
Indeed, that's true. So it's the most interesting, you say? It's simple. Everyone will look again.
Say.
I see. I think it's a perfect match.
In the debut match, the first yacht player scored 123, and in the next action, I thought I would go for a tackle. That's how much in the debut match. The opponent with a career swings and burns. When it comes to entering, I was wondering if I was being patient and kicking in the middle or something. I thought it was amazing. I'm thinking about something like making a fuss, like a monkey. I want to feel that way. Certainly. It's Grand Plaza, isn't it?
It was interesting, wasn't it? Idobro. You mean King, right? Well, do you know him? Yes. He won in Taka Kenshin, and he's decided for the next one too, I think, in the next race. What surprises me the most is Edobro. King and Reikun were in the same high school, right?
High school 1.
Practice.
In my first year.
King-san was a third-year student.
King, what?
Said, is it okay? I was trying to argue with my high school teacher, with Mr. Etching.
I see something like that. Doing this by myself and doing this in the classroom, it's like, well, it's just... When I finished, I walked over. What did you see when you looked up? It started with Nin.
Same.
It's okay, even if you look...
I want to try it.
So, is that so?
If you win, you won't see anything.
Sukachi, a freshman, is quite naive.
So you came. He's got a strong spirit, doesn't he? Such a big guy is usually strong.
The feeling of wanting to make a fuss about it is like coming to the wrestling ring. Honestly, I haven't been so active in club activities since my high school wrestling team. It's not necessarily true that he's super strong. That's the kind of feeling. Yeah, he was only good at wrestling, so if he was going to do it, he would just do it. It's an I'll do it if I must stance. I was at my best then too.
So how did it end up in the end?
I don't remember the details anymore, but yeah. My problem is not a problem. The problem is my responsibility. Why I came here, it feels like I've already accepted something, but I'm still quite... Well, it's already like that. I was just looking out the window, and my heart was pounding just from that much window gazing.
I felt like I wanted to do something about it. Professor Oiwa said he would handle it all.
We were both in high school, so there was a mutual understanding. Honestly, it was like that.
Reikun was like that when he was young.
When he was young.
Even if you say that, it's not like...
Well, during my high school days, I mean, I was a bit of a troublemaker. I didn't really cause any trouble. But if it was school, I'd say, come to the wrestling club. I don't know if I did that. If I did, I'd regret it. I'd go all out me.
Ria-san was not that type at all.
No, she didn't. She liked variety, so she didn't do things that seemed like that. But there were no such opportunities.
Ah, practice and such. Yes. Let's get to the point. Hikari name. The match with Asakura Mikuru is decided in May. Let's jump right into it. Who do you think will win?
Thank you for watching.